Today's video is going to be on the 180 gallon Malawi tank. Stay tuned, I'll tell you what kind of fish we have in here and how we keep them and how we maintain this tank. This is the biggest tank we have and it's basically our pet tank. We don't do a whole lot of breeding out of this tank or anything, it's just for our sheer enjoyment, which is what your tank should be. So stay tuned and we'll get right to it. So like I was saying, this is our 180 gallon Malawi tank. It's a Miracles tank. 6 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 2 feet high. I have a homemade aquaponics system above it with a light from Costco, just a generic grow light. LED, I think it uses about 30 watts, and a lot of pothos, which I think looks really cool on top of the tank. Kind of stretches right around. I can hang it down the sides if I want. I think there's one spider plant in there amongst all the pothos. But this aquaponics system was pretty easy to make. Drill a hole in the bottom of the tub, have the tub drain into the tank, and have a pump right there pumping water up into the tub at the back. Some clay media, and this also acts as another filter. Lots of biological filtration going on in there. Just a Costco shop light, LED for the actual main fish tank light. So I do some no-nos with this tank. It is said that you shouldn't keep haps with Mabuna, and that's exactly what I do, is keep haps, one peacock, with a lot of Mabuna. This tank actually works out very well for me. Although the naysayers and the people who judge other people's tanks say you should not do that, a lot of them are basing on dietary needs. This takes care of that for me. I just feed them North Fin. They all love it. It's good for them all. I also make my own homemade food, which has a lot of vegetable-based material in it, which will not hurt the haps, but is very good for the Mabuna. So for Mabuna in the tank, what we have is some Mapenga travasi. Sorry if my pronunciations aren't correct. I'm not great at pronunciations, but those are the males. They've been doing a lot of breeding lately, and we do have too many males in there. We have 4 males in there. I'd like to actually find homes for a couple of them, get it down to 2 males, and we have 4 females. There's one of the females there. Vastly different color than the males. A lot of photo bombing going on. And the other Mabuna we have is albino radices. These guys are pretty notoriously nasty. They get straightened up in this tank pretty good. The travasis I find are a bit nastier. There's one of the male albino radices. There's 2 males in here. Here's the other guy. And a bunch of females. Some are holding, but some holding. We sometimes take the babies. So that's what I have in here for Mabuna. For haps, I have Venustus. There's the male right there. They're all young fish. These Venustus aren't much more than a year old. As you can see, he's starting to color up real nice. But they are, and I don't even remember how many I have in here. I believe I have 8 in here. So far, I know one's a male, and that's this guy over here. I'm pretty sure this guy here is a male as well. There may be more. Generally, the most dominant male will color up nice. The subdominant male will start to show color, but never get to his full potential with him in there. And the other haps I have is Hap Morai, aka Blue Dolphin. I have 4 of them in here as well. I think I have 2 males and 2 females. This one's not in very good shape there. I don't really like the colors on it. I did not grow these guys up from babies. I bought these guys. These real nice. The rest of them I've actually grown up from fry. And the other kind of fish we have in here is a German red. He sometimes colors up real nice and red, but there's a lot of male competition in here. I do not have any females for him. He's just on his own in here. And I like him. He's a nice looking fish. All these fish are tank raised. None of them are wild caught. And the only fish I have in here that is not from Lake Malawi is this big fella right here. A big common pleco. This came from Elaine Smith. I believe she's a subscriber on this channel, so there you go. You can see your big guy's doing well in the tank, lots of room for him. As for running this tank, maintenance wise, I do a weekly 40% water change. There is quite a bit of bio load on this tank with these fish. I don't have it overly stocked, but it's stocked enough. For filtration, I have a big penguin hang-on back filter. It's hard to see them amongst the leaves, but I like it that way. I keep the filters buried with the plants. There's an AquaClear 110 on that side. The aquaponics system, I consider that a filter. It's in the middle. And underneath the tank, we have a Marineland 360 canister filter. So I have 4 different kinds of filters on here. Seems to do the job. I don't think you could ever have too much filtration on a tank like this. As for algae cleanup and whatnot, there's really not a lot. There's a little bit on the glass right now, but it takes a long time to build up. Our biggest issue here is hard water stains due to the fact we have very hard water. Our water has a pH of 8.4 and it comes out of the tap at about 395 ppm. So hard water stains are a constant to keep up on. I don't know what else to say about this tank other than it's been set up in this location, and it's right in our living room in the basement of our home with a couple of TVs beside it for the kids to do their gaming. Then there's another 72-gallon bow front on this side of it. And yeah, this is just an enjoyment tank. A lot of people say you shouldn't do this with your tanks, put haps and Maguna together, but this is my tank and I'm a firm believer in it's your tank, don't let other people tell you what to do with them. Same with when people on Facebook and whatnot are asking other people to rate their tanks for them and whatnot. I refuse to take part in that. I'm not going to rate somebody else's tank. It's your tank. Rate it yourself. Do you like it? If you like it, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter if somebody else likes your tank. But I think we have it set up nicely. The only thing I think we're going to do is put a curtain down around the bottom so you can't see the filter and whatnot, and that would dress this up nice. Anywho, thanks for watching. I figured since everybody's seen this tank in the preview of the video, almost all the videos we have, I should talk a little bit about it. Thanks for watching.